DerpyCon 2019, the good, the bad, and the ugly. DerpyCon was a multi-genre convention held from October 25th to 27th, 2019 at the Hyatt Regency Morristown in Morristown, New Jersey. Big year for DerpyCon. It's the last one in Morristown. Let's see how they did. For the good, the convention had guidebook. For a small convention to have guidebook, that is stellar. It is still the best. The masquerade, again, was tight. They kept it reasonable. They kept the time short. It was a great masquerade. Morristown was always good to DerpyCon. Morristown is a great little town. Lots of food options, lots of entertainment options. It's a shame they have to leave, but Morristown again this year was really great to DerpyCon. DerpyCon went with an earlier closing ceremonies time than most cons. They went 3 to 4, which was great. Most cons, I feel, go way too late in the evening with their closing ceremonies. They got it done. It was efficient. It worked. Anthony the con chair made a really baller decision. If you register for the room block with a certain set of dates, you will get 2 free badges for next year's con. That is an amazing, hardcore move. Kudos to Anthony and the con staff for doing that. They're trying to get people back into the con after the problems in Morristown. I love this decision. And finally, yes, it is unfortunately time to move to New Brunswick. You know, the main events room had water leaks again. Fortunately, this year, the security staff at the Hyatt and the complex the Hyatt is in was not really that bully-ish to convention attendees, which has been an issue in the past, but simply put, it is time to move on. For the bad, what was absolutely terrible to me was Friday's content imbalance. I like to remind people of this. This video is an opinion. I'm giving my opinion. Some people might not like it, but I feel it has to be said. I thought Friday's content was very, very heavily imbalanced from about 6 p.m. to midnight. You had to be interested in very, very specific topics to like a lot of the content that was being provided at that point. I think if Panels 3 was opened up and there was enough panels submitted, this could have been a lot better. There just wasn't enough generic content. I had to be on site at a certain time Friday. If I would not have had to be, after checking out the schedule, I probably would not have arrived at the convention till much later in the evening, perhaps as late as 8 to 9 p.m. There just wasn't enough generic content to entertain people that weren't interested in the very, very specific content being offered. For the ugly, what should have been better? I thought Friday's attendance looked rough. Now, apparently it didn't affect the overall convention, but when I got there on Friday, it looked like the convention was way underattended, and that's very concerning. The convention was underpaneled by at least a dozen panels, if not more. There really, in certain areas, was not any content this year. This is supposed to be a multi-genre convention, and I'm not sure in certain areas they really met that quota of panels that are needed. It just felt like there were a lot less panels this year, and to a point I think it did hurt the convention. Panel Room 3 was only open on Saturday, so if you run through the schedule, there's a lot of panels there that could have been in those rooms on Friday and Sunday. DerpyCon, please fix your panel submission date. June 30th was way too early to submit panels by. Judging by how I saw the panels process work this year, the date should have been July 31st or even the middle of August, say the 15th. I don't understand why panels close so early. I think it put a lot of panelists at disadvantage this year. Please fix that and make the panel submission date later. Finally, panels reimbursement. DerpyCon, you're behind on your panels reimbursement policy. SaikuCon, SetsuCon, Otakon, KatsuCon all have much better panelist reimbursement policies. It should be either 1 panel, 2 badges, or some system like that, or even if we didn't have to pay up front when submitting panels. This is something that will cause you to lose panelists. The reimbursement policy just is not up to spec. Overall, Friday was just not strong enough. Saturday and Sunday were great. Sunday was even much stronger than I expected. Please improve Friday for next year. Now, next year's dates will be October 30th through November 1st, 2020. That will be the new location in New Brunswick. I'm giving the convention a C+, with most issues revolving around panelist issues and Friday's content issues. I believe most of these are easily fixed by the convention. Next year could be a much different event. Unfortunately, DerpyCon has to leave Morristown, and there's no way around it. A lot of it is simply due to the hotel not working with them. Thanks for watching.